Dinosaur aura. Okay, I'm sure you didn't think you were going to be watching this video today, and be fair, I didn't even think I was making this video. But I feel like this channel, in our rise to 100,000 subscribers, which we may or may not be that by the uploading of this video, we'll see. You guys have been absolutely blowing my expectations out of the water. I have become the unofficial bro channel of the internet. I think that's actually what we're becoming. Whatever your weird tism obsession is, I've probably talked about it on here. And I feel like dinosaur aura is just par for the course. I love that I get to talk about this and actually make a livelihood on this. I'm blessed to be able to do this, and that's what we're going to be talking about. From Triceratops to a Tyrannosaurus Rex to their name is absolute, like, they look like this. I'm calling them the Veloci-Ram because their name is absolutely insane, and I'm not going to say all that because I can't even put that on here. But we are going to be talking about dinosaur aura today, okay? And I think that's self-explanatory. I don't think I need to explain the concept of a dinosaur or aura to you. I think you guys know by the time of watching this channel, and that's what we're going to be getting into. If you want to support the channel, I don't know if we're going to be at 100,000 by the time of this uploading, but if we're not, please consider like, comment, and subscribe. We are about to be there. And even if we are at 100,000, I was able to hit 100,000 talking about dinosaur aura. If that does not mean that this channel has entertainment value, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Also, subscribe. I don't want to have this long-winded intro, which we always tend to do because I'm yapping. But we're going to be talking about dinosaur aura today. Let's get it to the tier list. Triceratops. Okay, when we're talking about a Triceratops, let's just keep it real here. This is the armored unicorn of the animal kingdom, okay? Like, I think a unicorn is not admittedly that crazy of an animal. If you ever looked at a horse and said to yourself, yeah, that thing needs horns. Well, may I introduce to you the steroid-infused lizard bird descendant to chicken Armored McNugget. And I am going to call it the Armored McNugget because this was not the apex predator. This was merely defending against them. This was the Jurassic equivalent to a bison. I want you to think about how crazy that is, dude. A bison is like a furry mammal tank. This thing is terrifying. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I've said this multiple times. The Earth is so hilariously nerfed from what it used to be. We used to have mosquitoes the size of dachshunds. Now, we have Starbucks. That's how crazy. We have taken nature and turned it into a playground. That used to be in the middle of the road in the animal kingdom, okay? And this aura-infused herbivore. Oh, and yes, herbivores are automatically going to take a hit when it comes to aura. Why? Predators just have more aura. That sounds bad. Meat eaters tend to have more aura. Also kind of sounds bad, but we're going to roll with it. When we're talking about a Triceratops, I mean, look at this thing. Like, I don't even have to explain it. This thing is bigger than most cars and has 3 horns and it rams things. Let me tell you something, bro. If we really are going to go full Jurassic Park on here, because I don't know if y'all saw this, somebody raised $200 million to resurrect a mammoth, and let's keep it real here, boys. We're resurrecting a mammoth as a proof of concept to get one of these things back on the menu, boys. Okay, we are bringing them back, and we are going to be bringing them back soon. However, let's just keep it real. Who's going to win a toe-off? A Triceratops or a Ford Raptor, okay? USA. We need to figure it out, dude. If we bring back a Triceratops, immediately Ford is naming a new car after it. I guarantee you, bro. Now, when we're putting it on the it's awesome. It's awesome. I don't... Look how cool it looks. Is anybody gonna deny this? Like, yeah. Awesome. And no question. Spinosaurus. Now, I remember watching Jurassic Park 3, okay? And I think Jurassic Park is one of the old-time greatest trilogies in cinema ever, okay? And let me tell you how much of a stickler I am for it. I think Jurassic World is a mid-movie. I do. Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3 are going to go down as one of the greatest trilogies of all time. Yes, I will rank trilogies eventually. But, the Spinosaurus being the op of the T-Rex, okay? Even though they never once existed by each other ever, has got to be one of the... Yeah, I love the Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus was terrifying. Imagine a T-Rex with longer arms, and it has this... I don't even know what it's called. Somebody's gonna tell me. There's a big old spine that tells you, Ayo, bro, I'm a sark. Kind of. I'm terrifying. Fear me, dog. And they were like weirdly smart too in Jurassic Park. Yes. Most of my knowledge of dinosaurs comes from Jurassic Park and a few other autism-fueled rabbit holes I've gone down. However, that's most of you. For the most part. I probably do have an actual archaeologist that follows me, which is going to be pretty funny when he fact-checks me. And feel free to do that. You're the expert here. I'm just a yapper. When we're talking about the Spinosaurus, I mean, like, bro, this is like Gatosaurus Rex, okay? Gator, not gay. Gatorosaurus. Okay, that's what we're going for. That thing looks terrifying. I think aura-wise, I remember watching this movie. It was called Ice Age. I think it was Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaur. Okay, and let me tell you something, bro. Rudy scared me as a kid. Rudy was a menace. Honestly, that gave the Spinosaurus, okay? Or more aura. Is it Max? Very close. Very close. It's at the top of awesome. Just beat out the Triceratops. I'm sorry. This sucker looks mean. Okay? It's not quite there. You're going to figure it out in a second when we put somebody there. Dilophosaurus. Okay? Or as I like to call them, the Spinoraptor. Okay? Yes, we are giving them some nicknames if the name is too long to fit over here. We'll find out in post. But the Spinoraptor is the one. Remember that fat guy that was in the original Jurassic Park that was like hacking people that 100% had at least 3 terabytes of some kitty stuff going on? I'm sorry, did that guy not look like one of the sketchiest human beings of all time? Yeah, I could have told you he was evil. Okay, and that man was stealing off with some like genetic material and then got attacked by the Venomsaurus. And I'm gonna keep it real, is one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen. Yeah, bro. Imagine getting hit with a venom with the consistency of tar and it starts burning your face off, dude. I think I've covered, like, the Jurassic Park analog horror on the analog horror tier list a while back. Yeah, no, dinosaurs are terrifying. Jurassic Park the novel was a horror novel. The idea that there was a dinosaur that spit poison and then ate you is like he's trying to digest you before he bites you. That is terrifying. No. Docking some points here. It's not the raptor, dog. It's not the raptor, and they are some ugly, nerdy-ass looking creatures, dude. For real, though, these things look like they got, like, little scrotum muffins chilling out by their cheeks. And then all of a sudden, and then it starts going full peacock on you, and then it starts spraying the gooey on your face. Pause! Poison on your face, okay? That is what I'm feeling when I'm looking at the Dilophosaurus, okay? Or as I like to call it, the Spinoraptor. I'm gonna put him in cool. Yes, I am putting him in cool. I gotta draw a line somewhere. He spits poison and is a more bits-made raptor. Let's just keep it real here. The Triceratops goes above the Spinoraptor. I think that's fair. The Pterodactyl. Never mind being one of the weirdest words ever. I'm sorry. How many of y'all found out the rule of P and T from this word? Okay, pterodactyl. I remember that being annoying in elementary school, and I still hate that. Why? Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm ranting a little bit more than usual. It's terrifying. Bro, the idea that there was a flying lizard that was bigger than a car, with just an absolute massive creature that could come down and just pick you up and No, bro, flying creatures are something else, dog. I understand they got little frail bones and they probably break real easy, and they would be nothing for an anti-air like weapons. Okay, I understand that. But at the same time, dude, imagine going outside and having the fear that you're gonna get picked up by a pterodactyl. Okay, dude, I'm sorry, the pterodactyl has a lot going for it. It's probably one of the most recognized creatures of any dinosaur ever. I was a sue-in for the list because of how recognizable it is. It's a terrifying looking creature. I think they're all scary. Find me a cool looking dinosaur that does not terrify you. Let's just keep it real here. Maybe they had feathers, maybe they didn't. We don't actually know because feathers don't fossilize, but we know some of them had feathers. Which, let's just keep it real here. Does it make dinosaurs more or less scary if they had more feathers than a pimp in the 1970s? That's all I'm saying. Imagine if every dinosaur was rolling up with feathers that made them look like they were wearing Gucci mink. Let's keep it real here. Does that make them more or less scary? I think a Tyrannosaurus Rex looking like it's wearing a Gucci mink coat, tail whipping me and then eating me, it's still terrifying, but I might snicker a little bit. I'm going to put the pterodactyl. Top of cool, almost awesome. It just doesn't have the same aura. as a Triceratops and a Spinosaurus. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. The Velociraptor. Okay, let me tell you something about the Velociraptor in Jurassic Park, okay? Did you know the is not actually a noise that was made up? No, it is the mating sound of a tortoise. And when I mean by mating sound, I don't mean if I'm trying to get a tortoise honey, I'm over here. No, I mean I'm mid-thrust starting to clap some tortoise ham. And that is the noise of the male tortoise in coitus, okay? He's over here. They had to slow that down because that's the noise that they made. Also, did you know that their shit was barbed? What? The animal kingdom is terrifying, bro. They were over there like, bro, I ain't getting out of here. Put barbs on it. And then they're stuck in. They are locked in until the job is done, okay? Whether they get eaten or not, the tortoise is getting his hands steamed. Okay, that is how... Where was I? Oh, yeah, that's the noise that they chose for the Velociraptor. Yes, that might ruin the Jurassic Park movies for you. Every single time that a Velociraptor goes, ruh, 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 that is the equivalent of hearing a tortoise go ham on another tortoise, okay? That is craziness. Now, if we're talking about the Velociraptor in terms of how it is as an animal, apparently they were smart. I'm going to keep it real. I don't know how we measure that. They had larger than average brains. However, this is all I'm going to say. Does that make the Velociraptor a little bit too frisky? The only reason that I'm saying that is a dolphin has a large brain, and I've already talked about how the dolphin is just the Dahmer of the ocean. Okay, they are terrifying. These little fuckers are driving around the ocean, and they're looking at a lonely woman, and they're over here like, woman. Like that, like, I'm sorry. It's weird how more brain activity makes them closer and closer to Jeffrey Dahmer in activity. That worries me about the Velociraptor. However, apparently they were fast, and I trust them on that. They were pack hunters because a lot of them were buried right next to each other or fossilized right next to each other. I'm going to put them up there. I actually think, unpopular opinion, we're going to have a lot of different Maxauras here. I think they've earned a spot in Maxaura for the Velociraptor. I'm sorry. That is the most complex name that I will say outside of maybe the Brachiosaurus. However, I'm going to put the Velociraptor in Maxaura for now. Megalodon. Okay. Do you have any idea how much you gotta win at the game of evolution for us to keep the same design throughout hundreds of thousands to millions of years? And the only thing that we're gonna change is your size. Okay, I'll cover that in the massive crocodiles. But isn't it kind of terrifying that the design of the shark is so perfect that they can't get cancer or most other sicknesses? And the only thing that really changed was the size of them. The Megalodon is terrifying. I remember watching a World War II documentary where they thought that the Germans were using Megalodons to go take out the Allied forces, which is one of the craziest things that I've ever heard. We're talking some ancient aliens History Channel. And then right after that, they were like, and they used the domesticated Megalodons to take out the Allied forces, which is, again, one of those wildest things that I've ever heard in my life. Okay, but the Megalodon, terrifying. Let's just keep it real here. The ocean is scary. I'm a Michigan boy, okay? Michigan gang up. I will say that every single time I bring them up. We know how big scary water is, okay? Water's terrifying. The only people who don't think water is terrifying are people working for big water and people that live in a landlocked state where you're practically drowning in an ocean of corn. Sorry, my Utah people. But the Megalodon would do well in these big waters, okay? And I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. This is why I don't want to go by the ocean, for the off chance that they're still alive. Aura, awesome. They're awesome creatures, dog. But they're just big sharks, but sharks are also just terrifying. Brontosaurus, okay? In Land Before Time, these would be known as long necks. And one of their kids is called Littlefoot. Great show, actually. Very emotional, okay? Everybody's a cool parent. Everybody's chilling and vibing by each other. All the homies are homing. Yeah, bro. The Brontosaurus, long neck. I mean, like, here's the thing, dude. If I bring up the long neck, does it not give you the memories of that, like, old white dude with the white beard in Jurassic Park with the egg with the mosquito in it that I actually want to put over here right next to the Godzilla? Okay? Does that not give off this aura of, welcome to Jurassic Park? And then it shows you, like, the long necks, and you're like, like, Is that not aura-filled? Like, that's probably the coolest. The fact that something this massive... I know somebody's going to make a massive joke. Do not bring that low taper fade brain rot into this comment section. Don't do it. Massive, okay? I gotta put it... Yes! I have to put it in max aura. I have to. There's no way that I can't. I have to put it there. I'm sorry, I have to. I'm not. I won't debate this. Max aura. Tyrannosaurus Rex or T-Rex, I'm sorry. Is this not the most iconic dinosaur ever seen, okay? Let me tell you something, bro. My childhood was ruined when I found out that they most likely couldn't roar. And in fact, they most likely made like slight, like little noises. Why? Because... oh my gosh, I'm blanking out, bro. Their vocal cords don't fossilize, which sounds really obvious, but we kind of just made up a roar for a Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, the Jurassic Park movies just made up a lot of stuff. They just did. Yeah, they most likely didn't roar. They probably made like little... which is so dumb. Ruined it. However, they are big, terrifying creatures. And before somebody hits me with the, well, they were most likely scavengers. What the hell were they scavenging that they could support that much body weight? Nah, they had to merc shit. I'm putting it... I have to. I literally have to. I have to put it in max aura. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's called King of the Lizards. Immediately. Max aura, dude. Pterophora. I know I said that wrong, and it's a distinction of multiple of these, but I'm going to call them Turtlezilla. Yes, Turtlezilla. Why? Because it's an armored lizard that's essentially just a roided up turtle. Okay, and that's terrifying to me. And I already talked about turtles so far because turtles and raptors have something in common. But when we're talking about the Turtlezilla, yes, I'm just gonna go with that. What this tells me is that there was something so terrifying at the time that they needed all that armor to survive. Again, humans are living in a nerfed AIDS, okay? Extremely nerfed area. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you. I think it's metal. I think it's cool that they were kind of just a tank creature with essentially a bat for a tail. But at the same time, I think they're slightly overrated. They had all that armor because if they didn't, they were getting bullied. I'm just saying that. It's like putting a porcupine up high or a tortoise up high. Like, yeah, no, it's cool, but at the same time, I got to knock it down a few pegs because it's essentially a tank of a dinosaur that needed it to survive. At the end of the day, I'm going to put it in cool, but it's not beating out poison spitting. It's not beating that out, bro. It's an armored dinosaur. I know I would like to rant more about it, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's cool, but it's because you got bullied. At the end of the day, that's what it was. Mosasaur. Okay, let me tell you something. This is probably one of the most terrifying creatures ever. I am biased to anything that comes from the water. Because the idea that something can just grab you and take you underneath the water and you just drown. Also, okay? Look at it! I'm sorry. The one cool thing about Jurassic World is they actually went with the idea of a big old creature from the dinosaur age that lived underneath the water, and then Meg was made with Megalodon. I'm sorry, a Mosasaur is much more terrifying. The fact that this could swallow half of a whale at one time. And whales are just have aura off big they are alone. The Mosasaur has to go up there. I think I'm going to put the Mosasaur above the Megalodon and above the Triceratops, but tied with the Spinosaur. I'm going to put it right in awesome. It's an awesome creature. I have to put it there. Sarsuchus imperator, otherwise known the king crocodile. These crocodiles were so massive, it is theory that they were preying on a Tyrannosaurus Rex the same way that a gator would prey on a zebra now, which is one of the most terrifying things. Okay, I'm sorry. Massive gators. I said it for the Megalodon. I'll say it for the crocodiles, okay? How good are you at evolution to where you made the best design? All we have to do is just make you bigger or smaller based on how much food is available. You have peaked evolutionarily. The crocodile and the alligator are probably winners of the evolutionary game, okay? At the end of the day, they just did. The fact that there's a massive one of these is absolutely insane, okay? And I'm gonna have to, okay. This is tough. The Megalodon hits better. It just does. And I like the name better of Megalodon. However, the King Croc's pretty good too. When I'm ranking this, the problem is the design. We know what the design is. It's just a big one. The idea that this thing is going to eat a Tyrannosaurus Rex is also crazy. However, it's a big crocodile. I'm going to put it at the top of cool. Top of cool. I'm sorry. I have to put it there. I'm going to put it. I have to. I'm sorry. Colophysis. I know I said that wrong. Don't care. I am going to call it the Gieco Raptor. Why? Because tell me this thing does not look like the lizard from the Geico commercial. It does. My mom calls it a cricket cruncher, and I think that's what it's eating. It's those little tiny things that were running around in the Jurassic Park 3 movie that may or may not have eaten a baby in the books. It did eat the baby. It did. I would punt this thing, dude. Yeah, they're only scary if there's a bunch of them. Other than that, bro, they're kind of like little weak creatures. Zero aura, actually. Okay. It's a Gieco Raptor. I'm going to put... No. Oh, no, almost zero. Zero aura. Zero, almost nothing, actually. Nothing. It's a tiny raptor. That's it. That is it. I would punt this thing. They're about the size... They're like a little... Slightly bigger than a mouse. They would have trouble fighting a chicken. And chickens are bloodthirsty animals, dog. They have to put, like... red-tinted sunglasses on top of chickens because chickens, when they see bloods, go into this rage. Yeah, that's a real thing. Look up chicken red sunglasses. This was a real industry for a thing. That's why in slaughterhouses it's always red light, because if they see blood, they go crazy. So, yeah, chickens are monsters, dude. But back to the Gieco Raptor. I'm putting it in no aura. I just have to. I'm not even going to try to say this next one's name. I'm just going to call it the Veloci-Ram. Here is the name. Is anybody going to judge me? Yeah, no. Veloci-Ram. Who comes up with a name like that? At the end, okay, it's like... I think rams are cool animals. I think the idea that there is such an animal with such integral bro logic interlaced with it. Ayo, we have a difference. Let's butt our heads together until one of us gets KO'd. Yeah, no, that is a bro animal if I've ever heard one. Okay, well, but when we're talking... Okay. It's a cool creature. I'm going to put it at the same level as the turtle Zilla. Right next to the turtles. Actually, ahead of turtle Zilla, right next to the venom-spitting raptor. I'm going to put it right next to them and cool. But that's the farthest I'm willing to go. Stegosaurus. It looks cool. It just kind of seems like the peacock of the dinosaur kingdom. Like, oh, cool, if you step on me, or I look cool. I have mating plates. That's cool, dog. Peacocks also have cool feathers, but they get murked by pretty much everything. I'm not impressed with the Stegosaurus at all. I'm not a fan. I'm a hater, dude. What does it do? I don't like that this thing thinks it's better than it is. I bet you were eating a lot of, oh, well, I have the... Like, if you're gonna have armor, at least do it all the way, like they did. No, instead you're just gonna be like, I have some Dorito-looking ass things on my back. Oh, that's cool, dog. I'm gonna put you in meh. Meh. Get extincted. Get out of here. Apatosaurus. It's just a smaller long neck, a smaller Brontosaurus. Okay, I guess the only other cool thing is they would, like, push down trees with their hands, kind of like a dog trying to get a treat from the counter, and then they would eat that. I mean, that at the end of the day, like... You're a smaller version of another animal that's pretty cool. I'm not going to put you in max aura. I'm going to keep it... I'm so not impressed with this. I'm going to put it in meh. I'm not the It's just a smaller version. That's what it is. It's not that cool. It's a long neck, but it's smaller. Like, at the end of the day, it's not as bad as the Gieco Raptor, but I'm going to put it in meh because it's just a smaller version of the Brontosaurus. Cool. You're smaller. I'm sorry, I'm being mean. But I'm going to put the Apatosaurus in meh. It's kind of cool, but it's not quite there yet. The Nigersaurus. You really thought you were going to get me with that name. You thought you were going to get me. Nah. You ain't getting me, boys. You are not getting me with that. Also, this is the dumbest looking animal I've ever seen if it weren't for the final one on here. What the hell is this vacuum cleaner face? What is that? Why does it have 500 teeth? It is the lawnmower of the dinosaur kingdom. I have no respect for this thing. What is that? That thing is ugly, dog. If you have a name like that, I expect like a little bit like if I'm gonna risk getting canceled for this name. I expect you to look cooler. No. Lawnmower face. That's your name, dog. What is that? That's one of the ugliest looking things I've ever seen in my life. Zero aura, plant eater. No. No aura. None. None. Get out. None. Ugh. Incisivosaurus. If you actually look up the ugliest dinosaur, this is the thing that comes up. It is the buck-toothed dinosaur the size of a turkey. Some people have made the joke that it was just a turkey lizard. And, yeah, bro, grip. That's rough. Imagine being a dinosaur, a omnivore, so you get plants and meat. But it's because you have trouble eating meat and plants, and you look like that. You got done so dirty. So astronomical. You're just the turkey dinosaur. Ugly. And you're the size of a turkey. I would punt you, dog. Get out of here. Like, I can't even talk a lot about it, because it would just turn me into roasting it over and over and over again. This thing's awful. What is this? This is awful look. I'm putting it in no aura. It has none. The Gieco Raptor is cooler because it's just a smaller raptor. This is just bad. Bad design. Horrible. Nothing. And there you go. That is the dinosaur aura tier list. This is probably one of the weirdest videos I've ever made. I don't know how this one's going to do, but I'm very curious to see what the comments are going to be. Yes, is this a casual going in and talking about dinosaurs? 100%. That's the fun of it. It's just bro conversations when it comes to this. Did I disrespect a few dinosaurs? Yes. Am I disrespecting people who like dinosaurs? Absolutely not, bro. Dinosaurs are objectively cool. I actually think it is dumber to look at dinosaurs and be like, oh, look at it. They just existed and they're kind of dumb. Bro, the idea that there was a whole age of lizard kings that were just roaming the world is terrifyingly cool. If you don't think that's cool, I don't know what to tell you. Watch a movie. Find joy in life, honestly, bro. It's dinosaurs. Love them. Okay, and I think that's going to be it for the video. If you want to support the channel, please consider like, comment, and subscribe. We're about to get 100,000 subscribers, or we might already be at it. I'm not really sure, and that's only because of support of you guys. Honestly, bro, I'm just blessed to be here, and I'm thankful that I get to do this for a living. And you guys have really made my dreams come true with this, and I will see you all in the next video. We got some new stuff planned, some gaming stuff, some internet stuff. Like, I want to talk about some internet stories that I think are funny. Some lore. We have a lot coming to the channel. I'll tell you in the 100K special. With all that out of the way, I will see you all in the next video. Adios, guys.